What's up, friends? This is Jazz bringing you a new Let's Play. It's going to be Pokemon Soul Silver Egglocke. Now, I know this is a little late. Yeah, well, obviously I will have to start new game, so you'll see me cut on and off. I didn't prepare that properly. I tried to record this LP before, but I'm restarting it, so no info is needed. Now, as I said, I made a whole bunch of eggs. They may not have came out quite right, but every move is legit. And trust me, it took me hours to get the eggs. I randomly selected what Pokemon I was going to use. It wasn't all of my preference either. And the eggs I choose will be random, like at any given time. So I'll have. But then again, in an Egglocke, I do have a choice to choose which. Like once I hatch an egg, I'm able to switch out if I want until that one is dead, considered. But you guys all know the rules of the Nuzlocke. They think they're dead, you have to name them, and so such. Now, like the only, I'm trying to think of what to say, unlike the Wedlock, both the Egglocke and the regular Nuzlocke, you can switch Pokemon in and out unless you put in a rule that forbids it. Now, some people do that, but me, I'm going to be a little more creative. I'm not going to force myself to the same Pokemon as I always use for the most part. And also, I'm allowing myself to keep my starter. That's the only Pokemon I'll allow myself to use besides the egg Pokemon. That's what I'm considering. I mean, at the most, if I am going to use another one, I might use Eevee. I might, but if not, then he's a counter token. And you'll see the Pokemon I choose once I go to the lab. Now, double checking, yes, I have the items. I always start with items, but the good news is I didn't add any TMs or items to evolve them just yet. I'm going to play fair up to a certain point. And, of course, our first encounter with our friend. I really don't know what the point is of this guy or girl, depending on your character, whether except for giving you some items. I mean, you don't battle them at all unless it's a ROM hack, which makes them allow for a fight. I mean, that guy there, that's your rival. Obviously, that's the guy that has any significance. Oh, no. Oh, well, yeah, I suppose you do research Pokemon. Isn't it Pokemon evolution that you research? Is that what he researches? I think each professor has some type of thing they research. But I'm not so sure what Professor Elms is. It probably is the theory of evolution, or the connection of evolution. Okay, so his friend Mr. Pokemon found a weird thing, so he wants me to go look for it. Alright. I think he was going to give us a Pokemon anyway, because he wants us to see the... Well, in this game, it's the connection between... Like, in this game, he asks you to walk with Pokemon to see if that, like, deepens the connection. But yeah, Cyndaquil. I'm going to be using Cyndaquil, and I'm keeping Cyndaquil. I'm going to name him Spyro, as in Spyro the Dragon. I know it's a little... I mean, I know that people would say, why didn't you name him Quill? That's too generic for Cyndaquil, because he's like a porcupine of Pokemon, but a fire type. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I apologize, but I said I didn't want my name to be too generic to what he really is. And once he evolves, he kind of looks dragonish as well. As I said, the starter Pokemon oh, this is going to glitch up. Because I have the potions already and I can't take it, so when I move, he'll walk, he walks through walls! Anyway, don't worry, it doesn't happen again, thank God. Oh, okay, come on, do you have to keep talking to me there? Ethan? Oh, thank you. But I know your Meryl can stop me. Not only is it a second evolution Pokemon, but he's a water type. Yes, I know. In Generation 2, Mara would be only a first stage Pokemon, but Generation 3 and on, he's the evolved form of Azura. So, I mean, as I said, he could probably stop being flat if we were battling, so I'm kinda glad we don't battle him right now. Thank you for the Pokegear, Mom. The one thing in the game that can annoy us more than anything. That and running out of repels. But I don't have that problem solved. You guys are probably thinking, how can the Pokegear annoy ya? Well, picture Youngster Joey or Bug Catcher Wade calling ya every few seconds. Oh yeah, and you get the professor's number too, so that's even worse. I mean, well, okay, that's just an example though. There's plenty of people who call you in throughout your playing. Or, like, you'll be doing something and all of a sudden, and sometimes they do it just to talk. Not for anything significant. And since we got the Ultra Balls, we can start catching Pokemon, but the Nuzlocke doesn't quite start just yet, until we at least catch one Pokemon. I might, like, as I said, the first battle with the rival, like, okay, obviously, if I was doing a regular Nuzlocke, and didn't have the Pokeballs to catch a Pokemon, my first battle with the rival wouldn't count as, you know, like a knockout. I mean, maybe. Oh, come on, Pidgey. Yeah, it's gonna go on for another ball or two, and then I decide I'm just gonna try to attack it. I mean, level 2 Pidgey is so annoying. I almost considered using it. But no, I mean, for one, that's against the rules. Two, I mean, okay, why would I want to use it after it being a pain in the ass? That's probably what I would name it. P-I-T-A. Okay, PETA, that's not really that funny, but literally, at least I catch it after weakening it a little bit. But you'd think with an Ultra Ball and level 2 Pidgey, it wouldn't need to be weakened. I've had other Pokemon that got caught with one ball. But I'm afraid I'm replacing you with an egg. I mean, I'm kinda glad I am now, but... Nope, I'm not naming you. I probably should have though, now that I think back on it, but... As most of you know, this is post-narrated, so... Although I still should have named a pain in the ass just for reference. And we can get one Pokemon here that we can switch in for eggs. I'm not going to do very much this episode, just prepare. Alrighty. And a Spearow! Birds everywhere. I mean, imagine if bird Pokemon or flying Pokemon were the only Pokemon in the game, it would be Birdymon. Actually, there is really no, except for Tornadus, there really is no pure flying type in the game so far. I mean, really. I mean, there's tons of flying, but none pure. Like, one type. Everything else, like, they all have double types. Like normal flying, dragon flying, water flying, like Swana's case, for example. Okay, in other words, just go back to what I was talking about before. The Spearow is easier to catch than that Pidgey. I mean, you'd think it'd be the opposite. Spearow should have a higher or lower catch rate than a Pidgey. I don't know, it's just my opinion. Like the way I kind of think and see it. So far, I'm getting very lucky. So I'm not bumping into Pokemon that, like, all the time. I mean, I'm saving the balls, though, or the repels. So I have another Pokemon I can catch up here. You're a rookie trader, aren't you? Okay. Yep, he's gonna show us about a town and teaching us what things do, and we get two very important items from this guy. So it's worth following, even though you have no choice. in the matter, but yeah, he's just pretty much talking. Now he's up with the Pokemon. Now he's gonna tell us about the route up ahead, which we're going to shortly. Well, we're gonna go twice, but we're just going to get a Pokemon for now for this episode. And he's talking about water, so Pokemon we can only catch in the water. Right now, though, we cannot go out there, and now we're just heading back to his house. And don't think the wrong thing. Oh, you have to make that joke there. Wearing your warm old shoes, old man. Yeah, I know, or you could just turn on alternatively, you could just turn on the button, like, on the screen, and just run with your thing. Or, instead of pushing B all the time. Okay. He's gonna give us our second item now. Oh, podcast gate. Are you sure you didn't give us your shoes? Okay, the town map card, that is gonna be useful. It's in our Pokegear. This will help us find, help us find our way if we're lost. The only time it's easy to get lost in this game is the caves. I mean, in most Pokemon games, that's the only way you can get lost are caves and areas like that. You can pretty much always find your way to towns. For the most part. Every other Pokemon so far, like Sparrow and Weedle, have been easy to catch, whereas Pidgey just, nope, giving me a run for my buddy. Well, as I said, I'm going to try maybe later to catch some of the Pokemon in each route, just put them in their own separate box. That way I have them. You know, go for a Nuzlocke and a run-through. Now, let's get the egg. We can get 3 Pokemon. Because I'm not trading in Cyndaquil. That's the only Pokemon I'll make the exception for. If Cyndaquil or if Spyro dies, he dies. He's still not, what's the word for it? He's still not safe, you know. Like, he's not the perfect Pokemon that's safe. If he dies, and he goes. But, he's not accepted to that rule is kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, if you guys see the Pokemon there, then you guys already seen it, but I try not to look. Like, that way I know what it is. Or, I don't know, what it is. I've had such a hard time controlling this there, finally. I try to use the Pokemon for I won't see what I got or whatever. Alright, out. Yeah, I know, you guys probably saw the Pokemon that I got. And I apologize for it, but at least what I chose and I didn't know. Okay. There we are! First egg's gonna hatch. What could it be? You guys probably have an idea, but... Oh! A Smoochum! I already got the perfect name for, yeah, her, I think. I think that's the only thing Smoochum could be. Just think of the song Let It Go. I know you guys are gonna kill me. Especially one of my fellow YouTubers who loves Disney. Unless he doesn't particularly like that movie. He would probably say, Elsa doesn't deserve that. But what? It's an Ice Queen. Mischievous! I'm getting pretty good patches. Like, unique. Makes my team unique, I mean. Alright, I am going to name it Ava. After, you know, the movie The Witches, The Great Witch. I don't know whether that was made by Disney again or not. I don't know. Let's go again and... Aha! We got our last egg for this episode anyway. And I'm not going to erase their levels right away. But Zubat, well, you guys are probably going to say, yay, she's using the Pokemon she usually uses. Well, you know what? For now, yes, I am. I only got 4 Pokemon right now. Until I get more choices of using it. And I'm going to name her... Rosalie. Twilight, obviously. Yes, until I get other choices, I'll keep Rosalie with me. I mean, it's a pretty unique team, to be fair. I mean, well, they're all different types. There's a psychic ice, there's a ghost, and then there's flying poison and a fire. So that's a diverse team. And I'm impressed by it, actually. I think it'll work very well for me. I mean, that's pretty much the first, except for Whitney's gym, that's like the first 2 to 3 gyms anyway, if I keep them all like that. Whitney will be the hardest of them. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to end this episode off now. I will see you guys in the next episode of Pokemon Soul Silver Egglocke. I will see you guys next time.